morning, were you on the huddle, Jared?
Which was that? I was not. Was it there today?
Yeah, so he said it actually was a good huddle. And Jojo was talking about success is a choice. And I thought that was interesting. Like, he said success is a choice, because think about it, we take the actions to be successful, and that's the choice, right? And he was just talking about time blocking, which I've always preached about, time blocking and systems. That's what a lot of the huddle was about this morning, and it was one of the better huddles that I've heard with Accent, but it was good. So
yeah, another takeaway, Sarah.
We can't
Another
hear you, JP. Can't hear you.
Another
It's
takeaway
all-
was you got to make your own luck.
Is he saying he can't hear us?
Are you saying you can't hear us? We can't understand what you're saying. Put something in the chat.
No, I can hear you.
What did he say?
He can hear us.
Okay, we can't hear you. We're hearing about every other word. So, okay, we'll go ahead and do the drawing. Who wants to draw? Javier, you want to draw?
Yeah, you're the least.
Yeah, just don't look.
You're not
Just
on
close
camera.
your
You're not
eyes.
on
It's okay.
camera.
Close
Nobody
your
can
eyes.
see you. You better pick mine.
Who is
That's
it?
mine.
Eric Blaine.
Not on. I'm checking.
Check it, Ronnie.
He's not on.
Don't see it.
Till next time.
Okay, Eric Blaine was the winner. Eric Blaine was not online, so we're up to whatever we go up to next week. Jackie will be back next week. Jackie is in Michigan at the immersion for Axon and Nexa. So she will be back later tomorrow, right? Tomorrow evening. Didn't we go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wes, to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've changed it to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now, instead of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not sure why. But anyway, Romy, how do I get rid of that? That's in the way.
I don't even know what it is.
Exit right there.
Where?
On the right.
Oh, okay,
Or
I
my
see it.
right. Yeah, exit on that.
Okay, so this morning, we're gonna be talking about build your brand, own your market. So this is kind of a playbook for every real estate agent. And I was thinking about what we needed to train on. I think it's so important now, more than ever, that you have your own brand. We have a brand as a company, right? We're Downtown, that's our brand. Powered by Axon. But really, what's more important than promoting Downtown or Axon is yourself. You've got to have a brand. It's got to signify who you are. And so it is so important that we have that. And I want to go through step by step on the foundation for your brand, your Google business, social media, content strategy, reviews, and then I came up with a 90-day plan for you guys to implement it. So hang on, I'm going to pull up something here on my computer. Bear with me here, guys. I got to get to this part of it.
While you're talking about that, the Google Business Profile.
Come here, Wes, because we won't be able to hear you.
It's important if I hear that.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you about it.
Go ahead and talk about that.
On the Google Business Profile,
Yeah.
you have to establish an address, right?
Yes,
A place
you
to
do.
do business, and it's a huge pain. Has anybody been able to do that successfully? Like, is anybody on this now that has done that successfully? I've tried to do it.
Jackie has done it with, I think she did it with Mooney. Is Jackie on here? I don't think Jackie's on. Jackie has done it, but it is not easy.
It's not. And I did everything they told me to do. I went to the street, I did videos, and then they still said, like, I didn't do enough videos, or I didn't pan enough, or it's a pain in the ass. So I didn't know if somebody was doing something different to, have you done it?
Ronnie,
I know it's critical, but
What was the question?
have you done your Google?
Yeah, mine
Google's-
is like
business
see-
profile?
yeah,
What,
that's what I
what
did.
address did you use?
Here.
You used here, and did you go to the street and do the video?
No, I didn't do all that. It kind of, I upload my own photos. I didn't do a video. I just do my own photos on
But
there.
to get it verified is what you're saying, right, Wes?
Oh,
Yes.
mine didn't ask for that.
It
It just
didn't?
verified the address through confirmation here.
Really?
That was it. Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know what AI like took over,
Hmm.
but my Google profile was the first thing I did when I became an agent 5 years ago.
Oh,
So it might
I
have
wonder if
changed.
that's.
Yeah, it might have changed,
Okay.
but mine has been done for 5 years.
All right.
Because then when you look, like when people are gonna Google a local real estate agent or Instagram is the new Google, right?
Yeah.
So I made sure my Google profile was set up
And use
first.
this, and use this address?
I use this address, but I've never had issues with like
If
verification.
you go, like, search, if you
Let
search
me look at mine wrong.
the Google Ronnie Long
Realtor.
does it show?
Yeah.
Well,
your
you have to
business-
go in through Google Maps to find,
Right,
that's
if
how
you-
I did
Yeah,
it.
so mine, like, even if you click on it and go to directions, it'll take you right to the office here, and I have no issue with it.
So, and go
Two
back,
five nine North
go
Hawkins.
back to the previous screen. So over on the right hand side, Ronnie Long Real Estate, that has this address and it has.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
it has the photos that I want, see outside.
Does it say
Now, my
verified?
map right here is Ronnie Long Real Estate, like, this is named Ronnie Long Real
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Estate.
right.
Yeah, 'cause
And
like-
like Visalia is very similar. There's like 4 people attached to the Visalia office.
correct, yeah. So it
Okay.
depends on how many people verify the address under their name, I
Okay.
think. I don't know, I did mine like 5 years ago, like I said.
That probably helped.
And I have over like 1,000 views on it, so I'm
Okay.
sure it's working.
So we probably should do a whole breakout class of Google because it's so important. And I just discovered yesterday by accident that Lofty, and I'll go into that, connects with Google. But I'll get into that part. So,
Oh, like this one, you mean? Because it does like a little where I can look around my office, like
Well,
that.
no, just in general, like
Because
just
mine
to
goes like
verify.
this, look. So you could well, maybe it verified, but there's the map, and you can kind of see like,
That looks like it's from the Google vehicle.
yeah, mine already did everything.
But does it go to your?
But
Google
this
business?
address is
Those
named
are your
Ronnie Long
business.
Real
Okay.
Estate.
No,
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I was
so
asking.
it's
Okay,
the
gotcha.
Google business page
That's right.
that we're trying to target and make sure we're on, right?
That's going to be the search that pops in all the LLMs when people ask for who's the top real estate agent in Portugal. Ronnie's name's on there.
Right, and Google is, okay, Google owns YouTube, right?
Correct.
That's right. So those two are connected as well.
No, have you done that search? Like who's the top agent in Portugal?
Yeah,
You're on there.
I know.
Yeah, all
So-
agents should do, you should do who's the top agent
Have, like,
in Portugal. Who's the top agent in Portugal? It's gonna be shocking to you guys. Wes and I did it about 6 months ago and our ego was very deflated when
It's
we
like
did that.
Bubba, who else was on there? Some randoms.
Like,
Because
which
they
shows
have the
it's
profile.
not accurate, it's not based on
I think
sales.
Cindy Fernandez was on
Yeah,
there.
Cindy Fernandez was
Right,
on there.
it's based on what they're doing on Google. That's honestly what
No,
it's.
that's it, and that's why I asked
And
Ronnie.
it depends on the activity that your clients are doing. So at every closing, I send my link to leave a review on Google.
Yes.
Google?
That is way more effective than Yelp, than
Yep.
whatever other sites leave reviews, is Google.
I actually Googled to see how to leave a Google review because I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says share your review.
Okay.
You
Link.
go to your page, it says share it, it's super easy to do it.
Do you have to have a page before you do it?
Yeah, you have to have a Google
But
business
creating a
page.
page is easy. I'm doing it with him right now because he has people leave reviews on Yelp for downtown. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is that gonna do for you?
Nobody
So
searches
the
real estate
downtown
yet.
doesn't have their own
Yeah, no.
review section that a person can click on?
What's that?
Downtown doesn't have their own?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, downtown has a,
You do now?
on a
Because I
Google
was-
profile?
No, we have a business page, yeah, we do.
Let me see.
So they can actually go to that and leave a review.
But you don't want them to leave a review for downtown. You want to leave a review.
You want the review for yourself,
want
but
your
not
own.
downtown.
Okay. But so,
Realtors will write the reviews for downtown.
Yeah, it's basically those are coming from agents.
Yeah, here's
for us.
downtown. You guys close at noon 30.
Yeah, that needs to be changed.
Yeah.
It needs to be updated.
Well, do the business hours too from like 10 to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got to, number one, the first thing you've got to do before you do anything is define your niche. What is it? I help who do what so they can, whatever the outcome is. It could be I help first-time home buyers, so they can have financial security or whatever it is, or investors. You've got to come up with a single sentence That's your brand decision because everything circles around that, right? And for Google, they want it very narrow. You get better results if you are broad and just put in, oh, I help buyers and sellers all over Tulare County. It's too vague. Google likes you to be specific. So say, I help first-time home buyers, I help seniors, I help investors. Be specific. It's okay. It doesn't mean that's all you do, but to get that Google to push it out, it's got to be specific. It does it a lot more. It's got to be on Lightspeed, guys. For Axon, there is a whole training on Google. There is a whole thing about branding, and it's on Lightspeed. If you guys have not gone on Lightspeed yet, you need to get your credentials because the Google Drive is going away for Axon. They're going to eliminate that, and it's all going to be on that Lightspeed. But I went on there and it talked about branding yourself. And that's kind of where I got the idea for this training. And then I went, okay, but it talks about Google and being very specific. So that's why you need your little niche here, like what's it going to be? Name what city specifically you work in. If it's Porterville it's probably better to say Porterville than Tulare County. Okay, and so that's the first thing I would work on. Have whatever that sentence is like, do it. It says the niche brand outperforms a generic brand 3-to-1 in lead conversion. Narrow in, stand out. I know that's reverse. People want to say they do everything, but I think you need to say what you specialize in. Okay. Number 2, professional headshot. I do lights, camera, scenes, so you guys have that opportunity. They're saying 3 different looks: formal, casual, and an action shot. And use the same photos across every platform. Consistency builds recognition. That's why that's why we're boring with our downtown for sale signs, because it's recognizable. So many people will say to me, oh my gosh, we see your signs all over town. Well, they're not mine. They're all of the agents, but it's recognizable. They see that sign, they see downtown. It creates, look how much they're doing. So
They're not boring, they're aesthetic and consistent.
They are. They're not, and they're very minimal. Like they're easy to read. I can't stand the signs that, it's like, oh, it's this team and they've got a number and they've got this and it's got 14 pictures on it and it's just too much. Lock, and I know Ronnie's talked about this, lock in brand colors, fonts, and a logo. And Ronnie did a whole training on this. Ronnie's here this morning. And we will probably revisit this training if Ronnie would be so kind as to do it again. Choose 2 colors and going to Canva. And Ronnie trained us on how to do that. A lot of you weren't here yet, but go in and get familiar with Canva and create a logo with your name. And so make sure you're using those. What was it you told us, Ronnie, about like on Instagram on the feed? That should all look very
consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah, like they know what to expect to go to your page when they go to your page.
Right. Write 3 versions of your bio. So you should do a short one for social media, a medium one for profiles, and then the full one for your website. And you guys should be going through and auditing everything that you have. So once you get all this and you have your colors, go through all your platforms and audit and make sure it's all consistent. Make sure.
And your wording is, sorry, I'm just going to chime in. Your wording is super important with your brand. Like my Instagram says California Realtor Ronnie Long. Not Ronnie Long. Nobody's going to be searching Ronnie Long. They're going to be searching up a California Realtor.
Right.
So whether you want to say central, but whatever you want them to search first has to be first in your bio, in your name. My name is California Central Realtor Ronnie Long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you are strategic with your keywords, right?
Correct, yeah.
And you want to be consistent with those, right?
So I don't want billions of followers. I don't care. I want the small amount of followers, but they're all Central California people.
That's
Because what is Sam in Michigan gonna do for me? Nothing.
Right. So
No.
going viral is not,
No.
it's not the goal.
No.
The goal is to connect with your people.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we're trying to get you so specific that you connect with your people. So the first thing you guys should do is set up that, your statement, define yourself, that one sentence, do that first. Then we already have headshots. We'll do it again, probably, or when did we do it last? It was just last
That was
month,
just
right?
like
Romy?
2 weeks ago, I thought.
Yeah, so we'll do it again in the fall. But if you missed it, invest in headshots. They're not that expensive. They can do a ton of them for you, and you can use them for this. And it's very, very expensive. And where'd I go, Romy?
You're on the second, right?
Where's Jackie? She's my screen flipper.
Oh gosh, when did I do that? My fingers don't work.
Uh-oh.
Remember now. Oh,
There it is. Okay.
look, yours work.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Google Business Profile, which is what Wes was just talking about. It's probably the one that we are the least comfortable with, right? Because we all do social media, we're getting comfortable with that, but we do not do the Google. So, you got to, it says claim at business.google.com, search your name. A listing may exist already. So either click manage now or add your business, right? So go to the business, you've got to try and find your profile. If you don't have one, you've got to create one, right Wes?
I actually don't know, but can you create multiple profiles for the same business?
Yes, you can. Because I have some that are old,
Okay.
that I
So you
don't know how I got
You have
those.
100 agents have the same address. They can do business profile at each address at the same address.
Yes.
Yeah, the same address doesn't matter.
Complete every single field.
To email.
Every single field.
business per-
So you have to have your business name, your phone number, your website. You guys all have websites with Axon. Service area. And you can put here, you can put every city and zip you cover. Your hours, which our hours are wrong. I put 24 hours for mine. I don't know, I was going over it yesterday and I put 24 hours. I'm thinking, well, I don't want anybody to call me 24 hours, but I guess they can email me for 24 hours.
They actually recommend that you don't do that.
What do they want you to do?
Your actual business hours that you're going to answer your phone, because if somebody says like, oh, it says open 24 hours and I tried to contact,
Right.
it actually hurts you.
Okay, so it's linked with the phone call, not necessarily an email. So put that to what hours, you will answer your phone. And a 750 character description loaded with local search keywords. So if you don't have something like this, go in on Claude. Tell it what you need. What's that?
Anthony, your mic's on.
Anthony,
Ronnie, what's he saying? You should know.
Anthony needs to mute himself.
It beats me.
Maybe I should mute Anthony. Can I mute him? Oh, he's muted. Okay. So
He probably didn't
use
mute him.
Claude to get your description with the local search keywords. Upload 10 photos because it says 42% more direction requests with photos uploaded. So I went in, I put in my profile, my headshot, I put in the logo, I put in the downtown building, the exterior shot. It says add team shots, sold listings, neighborhood landmarks, new photos trigger Google to resurface your listing. So I went in and I just entered like my just solds, just listeds. I went in and entered all those. But when I was in there, what I found was that Lofty connects with Google. So I didn't know this. You get 3 free social media posts on Lofty with the AI. So you go to that portion of it, click on that, it'll draw up whatever, it gives you 3 choices for captions. I think you can change that if you want to yourself. And then you can choose, do you want, because you link your social media, you also need to link your Google profile, business profile. That's what I did. I'm on my Google page. All those posts that I had done through Lofty are on there. and I didn't do it. It just automatically linked them. So Lofty will sync with Google, but you've got to connect them on Lofty. You've got to connect it. So has anybody else messed around with that? Is anybody other than Ronnie and I really using their Google business page?
I know.
Does
No
anybody
chance.
use it? No? Chris? No? Jared? No?
No.
Okay. Does anybody online use your business Google page?
And people use it to research you. So I've had clients where I approach them in person because I hear them about to move. They're gonna Google your card, right? So that's kind of your rapport.
I
Just like
use
you go to a
mine.
restaurant when you're traveling. I don't think she meant to do that. Just like Anthony said, I didn't know I was unmuted.
Yeah. So then it says number 4, verify and enable messaging. And look guys, I am no expert on Google. I'm just giving you the idea of what you need to do. And then we can do a whole nother class on Google when somebody figures out how to do it correctly, right? And get through it. But it says they do call you because they keep calling me about Google. I've got to grab the phone number because I always think it's spam. But they're just calling to verify. And then it says it's going to be verified and it's going to show on maps. And then it says turn on messaging so leads can text you directly from search. So this is, the reviews, the reviews, like Ronnie said, are so important. You get 3 times more reviews with 10 plus, views with 10 plus reviews. So there is a software program called Real Satisfied. If you go in there, you create, it's a hub for your reviews. You go in, you put in your client's name and their email, you request you send it to them, and then that auto-populates it to Zillow, Realtor, anything. You can connect anything. And instead of you having to put it all over the place, or requests from Zillow, requests from Google, requests from all these things, you put it into Real Satisfied and it disperses it across all your platforms. So, and I think that's like $17 a month. It's pretty cheap to do it. It's pretty
Real satisfied?
Real Satisfied is
Well,
what
Sarah, can you hear me?
you're breaking out. We can't hear you.
Golly.
Put it into chat, JP, because we can't understand.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it
sorry.
R-E-E-L?
It's R-E-A-L. Yeah. I did it again. Dang it. Okay. And then post a weekly update. So you post in Google, just like you post on your social media. There it says update. And then that's what they're talking about for their post. And that's where you can do new listings, just solds, open houses, market updates. Posts appear directly in search next to your profile. And it says it takes like 3 minutes to do a post. You need to set a weekly reminder. So you should be posting all the same things. If you're using whatever it is you're using, whatever platforms, definitely Instagram, definitely Facebook, Google, absolutely. If you're doing LinkedIn or any of those, then you should be posting all of the same things. If you have one idea and it's a new listing, do it on all your platforms. Just sit down and do it. This all goes back to time blocking and systems. If you guys will set up, like it should be systems, leads, and then deals, and then dollars, right? It is hard to function in this business without systems. And it is the biggest thing that agents fight me on. They want to willy-nilly all over the place. Whereas if you were time blocking and had a system, okay, an hour a day, I'm going to do a post in all my platforms, right? And I'm going to time block that time. It is so important. It is so important. And I know agents, what agents want to do is and time blocking for lead gen should be sacred. That should not, you should not waver from that. It absolutely, if you time block every day from 9 to 10, that's a non-negotiable. Like that's what you do. And from 9 to 10, it should be calling clients, posting, whatever it is that you're going to do. And if you have no clients to call, well, then you should be posting. Once you get through that, I would go on Lightspeed and I would start watching some of those videos. Like during that hour, I would spend that hour putting the energy into real estate, because I promise you it's gonna come back out. But that's what I would say. Set up your systems.
JP was saying that you can set it up in light speed to auto-populate in all platforms. I'm not sure what that means, but
Oh, you can?
yeah, that's what he said. You could set it up in light speed.
Okay, I'll have to look at that and see how you do that, but Lightspeed is phenomenal.
What was the one that you had? Was it called Real?
Real Satisfied. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about content strategy for, it could be Google, it could be for LinkedIn, all of your platforms. Can you read those chats for me?
That was me.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
putting the stuff to download.
Okay, thank you. Pillar number 1, it should be market education. You should be giving monthly stats, which you guys get that. We do a market update, right? We get that. Rate updates, Wes can give you that. Neighborhood spotlights is now a good time to buy. Posts with local data. That is pillar number 1 of your social media. And that is gonna be about 30% of what you post. Pillar number 2 is listings and results. New listings, just solds, open house announcements, price improvements. That's number 2. So they can kind of see what you're doing. Number 3 is client stories. Journey posts, closing days, celebrations, video testimonials, before and after listing transformations. Those to me are the most interesting ones. I think those are absolutely the most interesting because you see what other people are doing. But don't always make it about you. Make it about, it's got to be about something else, right? It's got to be about the house. It's got to be, like, I know that Eric got over 80,000 views on a video he did on TikTok for a mobile home in a park that was like $70,000 or something. It's probably over 100,000 views. But it wasn't that Eric did anything crazy with it. It was the price point. He was strategic about what he did. And he got lots of engagement with that. Marissa gets tons of engagement on TikTok because she's showing the experience with her clients. And she also has 2 TikTok accounts. She does the other one where she just talks to the camera and it's just genuinely, authentically her. That's her brand, right? Her brand is, I'm real. You know, I'm gonna fight for my clients. That's what she does. So I bet her sentence would be, I represent first-time home buyers, you know, I'm gonna guide you through the process and I'm gonna fight for you, you know, to get the best deal that you can. So that's her niche, that's what she does. Personal brand, so they know you. Community involvement, you wanna show you're involved in the community. Your story, hobbies and values, polls, and local recommendations. What else, Ronnie, would you say about social media?
I would just say establish your approach of social before you start posting on social. Are you going to be the lifestyle agent? Or are you going to be, which means you show more than just real estate, like what you do throughout the day, which is a Marissa. I know she's a bodybuilder. I know she's doing real estate a lot. And there's more to real estate that I know about her. Some people choose lifestyle, real. Some people choose professional.
Right.
And just strictly real estate, and they schedule out their social media at home. So I would just say that should be your biggest thing, and the consistency puts you in front of the face of others.
Yeah, and so whatever you want to show people on social media, right? I mean, that's what you're showing them. Again, you're showing them your brand. It's a visual of your brand. So I skipped a slide, but I went back. Facebook, they're saying this is a must-have. They are saying the audience range is 35 to 65 years old. Okay, best for the largest buyer demographic. Run targeted ads to exact zip codes, post listings, market reports, neighborhood content. Use Meta Business Suite to manage with Instagram. And it does go back and forth with Instagram. I post on Instagram, it goes to Facebook. I don't know, I guess it goes either way. Instagram is, this one is also a must-have. So the audience age on this one is 25 to 45 years, so a little bit younger. You see the younger ones on Instagram. And it's a visual first platform. So your reel of listings and neighborhood tours drive organic reach. Stories build daily touch points. Connect to Facebook to post to both at once, which is what I do. So I post once and it goes to both of them. LinkedIn. So I'm doing LinkedIn. I haven't had any kind of engagement with it yet. I don't know too much about it, but I just, you know, again, it's okay if you're not perfect at the start, right? Just get used to doing it. Then you perfect, because you're very fleeting on social media. You might do something that you're like, oh man, that was bad. You can either delete it or it just keeps going down lower and lower and lower on your feed. So don't be so scared to post anything that you post nothing, because nothing is not going to help you. And people like real. It's okay if you're not perfect. But LinkedIn, so the audience on this one, they're saying is 35 to 55 of age. It's good to connect with HR departments, local business owners, which that could help you. Post market insights and data-driven content. So if you have an HR director who has somebody moving into the area and they're seeing your profile on LinkedIn, that could be a source of leads. You could reach out to them, like if you ever have anybody, I'd love to give tours of the community, or, you know, to any,
So smart.
yeah, potential people.
Lawyers, a lot of lawyers.
Lawyers, exactly. You know, connect with these people, because if it's a probate or a trust attorney, those are good people to have relationships with. Real estate attorneys, we all need those. TikTok and YouTube. I do not do TikTok. I follow TikTok, but I don't do TikTok. But it says if you are ready for video, okay? So I do it. I have a YouTube channel and I'm working on it, and I've been doing my videos, and I've got my brand and I've got everything done, and because I also like to jump ahead and just start like, oh, I'm gonna start creating videos without having all the systems ready. So I figured out my picture, I did my banner, I have all my description, I got my system set up. Now it's been easy. I'm just doing a video once a week and posting.
That's fun.
And so it's fun.
Followers you got.
I haven't even checked it yet. I've only posted 3 videos. So mine is based on your next chapter, Tulare County. So it's kind of focusing on 55 and older, but then it's also agents, because I'm also using it as a little bit of a recruiting platform for agents. So, you know, are my videos perfect? Nope, they are not perfect. I just don't stress too much about it. I do it. If I don't majorly flub up, I just post it and I don't go back and look at it. I don't watch it. I don't care. I'm just going to go on to the next one. And so I think it's better to get content, and I'm getting more and more comfortable. If anybody wants to film video, go over to the Exeter office. We've got that one little office in there with the wallpaper in the back. There's a desk. It's super easy. I set up the tripod, I click the remote, and I do it, and it takes me about 2 minutes. Literally, I do it, and it's done. And I'm like, yeah, good enough. Off we go. But TikTok, YouTube, if you guys want to do it, if you're not too afraid to do a video, and believe me, it's not my favorite thing to do. It's not like I can't wait to do it, but I want to get it off my to-do list. So I do it, and I schedule it in. And so we'll see, because YouTube is connected with Google. So if they are searching, 55 communities in Tulare County, it's going to bring up my YouTube channel, because that's one of my keywords in my YouTube channel. It's all that same keywords. It's all the same thing. Lenders can do it. You could do it as a lender. Go on. Are you doing a YouTube channel, Les?
I have one, but it's not great.
It's what?
It's not great. It's generic.
You could do reverse mortgages.
You could do reverse mortgages. You could do a lender one, and then also, like, throw all this content into it, like reverse mortgages, like whatever it is, HELOCs. You could do it. So I think YouTube is good.
People say it's an untouched beast of like opportunity, because it's going to become something.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. You'd be surprised.
Wasn't that the OG?
It is, but they were like,
Which is also owned by Google,
correct.
which
It's gonna be a huge catalyst.
is also affiliated with Gemini.
Right, so it's Gemini, Google, and YouTube all connected. Okay, Does anybody, do I have anything in the chat? Does anybody have any questions?
You just gotta pick the billionaire that you like the most and go to that.
Yeah.
Whatever the leader.
Is there anything in the chat, Ronnie? Can you see? Okay. All right, reviews and reputation. Your goal is to get 2 new Google reviews per month. I think you guys can do that, right? Go back through all your old.
Jackie's a good one. She'll leave a review for you.
Oh yeah,
just to
ask
get
Jackie.
started.
It doesn't have to necessarily be anybody you've done business with. Go
No.
have your family.
I've had
your
an
friends.
agent leave me a review, a good one. Thank God.
I have a question.
Chris has a question.
I've heard a bunch about, like, the bots,
The bot.
like paying for like the.
Oh, like your social media bots that will
social
like
media
your
bots
stuff,
that will-
They're-
What?
Is-
but it's easy to detect.
Hold on, finish your sentence, what were you gonna say?
Is there a way, I mean, is that something that could be utilized, or would that be looked at as a super bad negative?
So I don't know if you guys can hear Chris, but he's talking about bots with social media and if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Can we utilize that, or is that,
What do you want them to do?
Because you can utilize the bots so like if you know the formulas that are gonna get you heavy traction on these platforms, you can use the bots to drive traffic to you that help in the formula to put you at the top.
But you can actually do it the other way if someone were to pay to make you look bad too, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's what they do in like politics.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Like in the political realm, they'll do a lot of that stuff. But why wouldn't that also work? If you're a brand new agent and you're wanting to be at the top of a Google page, are you gonna wait a year to have all these clients write reviews and all this time, or?
I'm pretty sure, and Ronnie can probably verify this, that anything that is related to bots are filtered out. Like, they have technology that where you can't cheat it.
That's why I told him to come down, because that's an Anthony question.
answer that? So talk about, do you know anything about bots, Anthony?
Like the social media bots, right?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Tell us about that.
How
How
would
they
you
take,
utilize
like
that
he
in
said
the
in
business?
politics, they do it to give them bad reviews and it's just a bot.
Yeah, they do that.
But will you know, like, is it worth to pay for a social media bot to like all your
Super
stuff?
expensive. It wouldn't be worth it.
Because I feel
You're
like
talking
you're
about
filter-
tens of thousands of dollars that politicians use for it.
If you really want your profile and you want reviews, like I've been in real estate for 4 years now. I only have 28 reviews, but I show up as a top person because I make sure it's just active. Like you could make your own Google profile, Google email that's spam, and leave yourself a review.
Well, even that, I think Cindy's on the top, Cindy Fernandez.
Yeah.
She spends a lot of money.
Yeah.
She spends and Sarah did it when we were at the other place.
I-
You spent money on it.
For the company though, but
Well,
we're
she did it for herself because I did it. And Chris is doing his team, and you guys are spending a lot of money for Google reviews and
for
Google stuff.
bots.
Well, back then it wasn't like that.
Oh.
I get what Chris is saying, though. It's a good point for a new agent, instead of waiting around for that business to come to you.
I would just
Okay.
ask people for.
I'm not saying to spend as much money you're talking about for that.
I have no idea even what it costs.
No, but I get his point though. I think it's a good thing for a new agent to.
As long as they're not filtered out.
That's right. But I mean,
I'm relatively certain that they are, that you cannot.
Filtered out, yeah.
I'm not saying
Just
spend
like-
that kind of money. It's
Just
an
like on
expensive bit.
Instagram, you could tell when somebody pays for followers, and I'm not gonna name
Yes.
names, but you could totally tell by the engagement of the post. So
And if you
then,
did at least 10%.
it doesn't matter if you pay for 15,000 followers. If people are not engaging with your post, you're not gonna show up on the explore page. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same concept. They filter out the
I
bot.
think our time would be better spent working on your sphere of influence and
Yes.
going through your sphere of influence and asking those people for reviews.
And just organically.
Like Jared,
organically grow.
Jared said he doesn't have a Google profile. I'm sure he could reach out to all his clients and straight up get
And-
50 reviews
yes.
right away and
Yeah.
then shoot to the top, right?
Right.
Like it's a
So-
simple link.
So going back to systems, we need to be utilizing Lofty because that's where we have that's where our sphere of influence is.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to be going back to that and we need to be time blocking, right? So that we're doing that for an hour a day.
I'm in a
And
meeting.
then
I'm in a
during
Zoom
that time
meeting. I'm
block-
just listening to it, right? How are you? Good to see you.
That has to be us.
Anyway.
If everybody's.
Doing 6 things at once.
Jim, we can't hear. There's something wrong with our audio again today.
It's the bandwidth on the, we need
need to fix that.
Yeah, the internet is.
Yeah, so put it in the chat, Jim, because it's not working, we can't hear you, everybody, we, on this end, we can't hear what you guys are saying, I'm sorry. So we gotta get that fixed. So, but again, it goes back to the systems, to Lofty, to working those, to, you know, making those hours, and I don't care, there are no special tricks to real estate, it's doing these systems and doing these things. So if you went back and asked for reviews, and again, if you're a brand new agent, it doesn't have to be clients. Have it be family, friends, any, you know, go back. You know people that'll be happy. People like to help. They'll help you with that.
Yeah.
So ask at closing, every client, every time.
For review.
Get your TC to send it out. Your TC can send out a review.
Oh, I thought you meant to give a review. I was like, ooh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask Misty right now.
Yeah,
Give
no.
me a
In
review.
fact, Jackie and I are working on, for the TCs, like kind of a list of what they should be doing, a checklist. And one of the ones I want, there's two things I want TCs to do. I want TCs to reach out to sellers and get utility lists and provider lists, right? So that when a buyer comes, it is so professional that our TC for our listing sends over this list. Our Edison is this, here's the phone number. The water is this, here's the phone number. This is my landscaper, this is my pool guy, this, and it goes to the buyer. It is so professional. I want our TCs to do that, and that's a non-negotiable for me. The other thing is, if you are on the buyer side, I also want them to send that form to the listing agent's TC. Have your seller fill this out for us so we can give this to our buyers so they know what this is, right? It ends a lot of those, it ends the deal on a very professional note, but then, so the second thing is for me, I want TCs to be asking for reviews for you guys. Why not?
Awesome.
Why not?
That would be
Both those
nice.
things are
Because then you
Ask
don't.
for it. It will take 20 seconds. They have the emails of the clients. Send out the review and do it. And you could go on that Real Satisfied and give them access to that. They could do it. It'll take 2 seconds. They've got it, and that's so helpful.
So does the Real Satisfied connect to Google?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Everything.
Everything. Oh, awesome.
So is that including, I'm sorry, including covering for like canceling an insurance at a certain time and things like that? Because
Yes, you could put all those reminders in
that's what I'm
there.
saying, because different cities require different things when you switch over
Yep.
into your name.
Utilities.
Yep.
Okay.
For sure. So that's what Jackie and I are working on. So we know every TC is different. We know every TC. We're working on some new TCs that we're bringing on. I want TCs to do little videos saying who they are, what they charge, and what they provide. So that agents can look at these different TCs videos and go, ooh, I like her. I think she's a fit for me. Or I like him. Could be a guy. I want these things for the TCs, but I want it a little more structured. I get it. Everybody does things different. Agents want things done differently, but there are a few things that I think need to be done.
I think it's a great idea, because I've been forcing myself to make sure I email my clients when it comes to those
Yep.
things, what you're just talking about.
Yeah.
So,
So that needs to be done at every closing, and that's an easy one.
And can we add on the utility list, not just the utilities, but even maybe, like a little advice, like be sure to call 3 days in advance
Yes.
to set a date.
Yes, yes.
So that way, because I've had several of them where, you know, my people cancel their services, but the other side, or vice versa, they cancel it early. There's a little bit of a disconnect there that, hey, it is what it is. As a good realtor, you need to be on top of that stuff.
Right.
But if we're gonna do this anyways, it'd be really nice to have some sort of a little advice for them too. Like,
See, but that's part of the branding as well. Like my Canva's fully set up for my brand, and I did pay somebody to do it for me. She has it all locked in for Lux and Ronnie, but there's a packet that gets sent to my buyers at the end. That's your colors, your this, your that. You could give that to your TC, have it say what you want, but it matches
Yeah.
your brand.
Right.
That's
Because
smart.
branding goes further in real estate than social media. All
That's
my
right.
packets look the same. You know what it's gonna look like, clean, minimalistic, you know, and then
That's a
it's
great
very
idea.
informational.
Do that packet, give it to the TC, they can send it out for you.
Yeah.
I think it also should remind sellers, like, don't forget to cancel your insurance, your homeowner's insurance. Don't forget to, all these things they need to
last
do.
little reminder.
And you can have chat.
Alarm.
Or softener.
Yeah,
all
all
You
of
can
it.
have chat create it for you and tell chat, think of the unthinkable. that you would need as a buyer, and then
Yeah.
it'll put all those things.
Those are great ideas.
Yeah.
And
It all-
ChatGPT 5.5, I think, is out, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that is good.
Mine's all fucked up right now. I'm about to
Okay,
go to-
respond to every review within 24 hours. They want you to thank them. It says, thank by name, reference something specific they said. If it was a negative, that's a positive review. If it was negative, acknowledge professionally, offer to resolve offline. Future clients read how you handle criticism. Repurpose reviews as social content. Yeah, we know that. You know, you can put it into Canva, post it to Instagram and Facebook. Video testimonials filmed on closing day are great. Build review requests into your closing checklist. Well, there we go. That's what we're talking about, right? Build review requests into your closing checklist. Yeah, I want the TCs to do it. That way you guys don't have to remember. Let them do it.
Be nice.
If you're, don't rely on memory. And it does talk about a follow-up sequence. Text day 1, it would be a thank you on week 2 with a card, and then call and check in month 3. So those should all go into Lofty, right? When you are doing Lofty and it closes, you should put those as tasks into Lofty. So it's gonna pop up on your phone. Hey, send a card now to so-and-so, and then the call. And whatever that looks like to you. For me, I think there should be a call about 2 weeks after you close. Like, how are things going? Did everything going okay? I know sometimes we don't want to make those calls because we're afraid, but that's how you stay engaged with your clients. Like, you got to be in there. I'm your agent even after we've closed. I'm still your agent. Track monthly and set platform goals. So maybe your goal is 2 Google, a Zillow, and a Realtor.com review per month. But I'm telling you, if you do that real satisfied, it goes to all of them. It reduces it down. So yeah. So best time to ask, day of closing. Just ask. And let's get those TCs doing that. It's not a big thing for them to do it. It would be easy for them to do it. Super, super easy.
It'd be easy if they all did the same.
That's why I want
exact
to change it so that we're all doing the same thing. I took a slide to go. There. Nope. Come on, dang. Why won't it do? Oh, God dang. So sensitive. Usually it goes sideways. This one's going up and down. I don't know. I can't get it to go. God. There we go. There we go. Okay, a 90-day game plan. Okay. So this breaks it down for you. Week 1 is your foundation. Book your headshot. You guys have headshots. She does quite a few shots for everybody. Those of you who haven't come to lights, camera closings, make sure you come next time. And if you come every time, it's okay. It's going to be in the fall because we just had it. So do your bio versions, write your sentence, write what your niche is, do all of that. Pick your 2 brand colors, set up on your Canva brand kit. Ronnie had somebody do it for her. There's people who will do it. If you are not comfortable, get somebody to do that. Claim and complete your Google business profile. Get it to 100%. Upload your 10 photos and initiate the verification. That's week 1 through 2. Weeks 3 through 4. So now you've got your system set up, guys, right? The system is set. Then you're going to start doing your platform launch. Create your Facebook business page. Most of you guys already have this stuff. Like, this isn't something you're going to have to do. Set up your Instagram professional account. Build 5 intro posts in Canva. Post on launch day. Announce pages to your personal network and enter Google verification pin when your postcard arrives. They're supposed to be mailing a postcard. So the girls will watch. If they're coming here, those postcards, we'll find them. We'll give them to you. And I know Jackie has got some of them. Month 2, consistency. So make sure you're consistent. Post 3 to 5 times per week, no exceptions. Just do it. Again, time block. Do it during that time block. Do it that hour. Batch create all posts every Sunday. So you can batch create, do it all on a Sunday and schedule them to post. You're doing it once a week. text 5 to 10 past clients for Google reviews, and start weekly Google business profile posts.
How far back can you go when it says text past clients? Do you anybody know?
I think you can go forever. As long, well, it's gonna be a little more awkward
For sure.
if you haven't talked to them in 4 years, right? But, okay, then that goes back to the next thing that we've always talked about. Work in your sphere of influence, working through on Lofty and doing a text, hey, I'm updating my database. That is the easiest script that you can use that is not salesy. You know, hey, Mike, I'm updating how you been? Great, I'm updating my database. What email are you using right now? It's so easy. Nobody's gonna get mad. Nobody's gonna be offended by that. You know, I'd like to send you something once in a while. So maybe you start with that one, and then you schedule it on Lofty as a task, right? Do the schedule like in a month or two. Hey, can I get a Google review would you mind giving me a review?
FL tiene nombre.
Yeah, we can't hear. I'm so sorry, Maribel. There's something wrong. We can't hear anything when people are talking on the Zoom. Put it in the chat and we can answer it. But that's what I would do with the consistency, and that's how I would start going back for those Google reviews. Start with your friends, start with your family, and work your way through, start working your way through
And
clients.
you could use the Google reviews as a post on Instagram as a client review.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you get reviews, send them to Romy, because she also puts them on the downtown page for you as well. So you're getting a lot of activity from one thing. And then track which content pillar gets the most engagement. So see what you're getting. But you have to go on them to kind of see what's going on. And go on to Google so you can see. Like when I saw all those reviews. I saw those Lofty posts and I was like, this is so cool. It all just interconnects. And then it shows leads. It shows all these different things. You can get calls from it. It's just a whole nother platform. The next month 3 is run your first $50 Facebook Instagram ad. I don't know. I don't pay for ads. I do. Well, I have been on Lofty, but I have been running the boosts for my listings. And you can gauge, it's like $69 a week. And I got the first day I got 6 leads on it.
Wow.
Right. So, and it stops when it goes pending. Lofty turns it off because obviously you don't need the leads anymore. But you can spend a little bit on that. I did the Lofty Blast. Those ones, I don't think they're great, but the Lofty Boost for your listings, I think is good. And if you guys are not messing around with Lofty, that's another thing you need to do. There's 2 things you guys should be kind of getting very familiar with, and it's Lofty, probably 3, Google, and then Lightspeed. Get familiar with Lightspeed and look at all the stuff on there. There's just so much stuff. It's about learning. If you don't have anything to do during your hour, your power hour of whatever you're doing, watch some videos. Learn from what somebody else is doing. See if you can get some ideas. Request 2 video testimonials from recent clients. Now that's going to take a special client, right? Who's going to do a video testimonial. But if you get somebody that will do that, that's gold. If you get somebody that's comfortable doing a little video, and that also goes back to after you close an escrow, I think it would be so impactful to video a text, do a little video and text it to them when you're telling them thank you. So much more heartfelt than just a text. And it's a phone call is best. Text would be next, but that video, if you could text a video and they could see your face, see the expression, I think that would go a long way. I would schedule that in too after you close. It's talking about, double down on your highest performing content. So whatever's doing the best for you, keep doing it. That's what Marissa had done. She knew that doing those TikToks, Eric's doing TikToks, they've doubled down. That's what they're doing. They are all in on TikToks, and that's where all of their leads are coming from. Evaluate adding LinkedIn or TikTok, if you want to do that. And Google business page. Update your Google business page with fresh cover photos and new posts. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you are consistent across the board with the photo you are using. Be consistent. Don't on one profile say, oh, I help first-time home buyers, and on the other one say, oh, I'm a commercial specialist. It's not gonna jive. So pick what your niche is, go with it, pick your colors, and do your branding. Okay. Anything else? Does anybody else have anything they think about branding? Chris? Chris got some ideas.
Yeah, it's always super motivating because I just don't do it.
It's just, you guys, again, it comes back to having systems. And I don't care what anybody says, you gotta have systems. Systems in place first, then you get your leads, then you get your deals, then you get your money. It's systems first. If you don't have systems, it's the Wild West. Putting the time, and I know nobody wants to put the time in, right? They want to do, oh, I just want to do all of this. But if you have the systems, your time is spent more efficiently. And so I think if anybody's going to commit to anything, it's getting your systems in place. Whatever that looks like for you. It's going to be different for everybody. But have a system. Use Lofty, because if you're not using Lofty, you have to work a CRM. You can't just put them in there. You got to work it. And just putting people in your phone is not a CRM.
How do you utilize it? I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about AI and how it's going to impact the workforce and productivity, and AI, the tools that AI offers within a lot of these different platforms and these programs. It's going to allow, if you don't utilize it, it's allowing basically one individual to do 100 hours worth of work in one day.
Yep.
And if you don't do it, as time goes on, more and more people are going to utilize that, and you are going to be working an absolute fraction of the output than your peers, and you're going to get left behind. So utilizing this stuff is going to, the sooner you do it, is going to propel you to a whole new level very easily, faster than ever before in history of any industry with AI.
And you still are in charge of it, and it's still your personality, and it's still what you are telling it. So don't be afraid of AI. I do it for all the slides now. It's so much easier for me. It saves me so much time. I'm not struggling trying to put slides, trying to send stuff to poor Romy, who's trying to go on and do the slides for me. I just have Claude do it. Claude does my slides, and it's done. And then I just send it over to Romy. So much easier. And anything, like when you get stuck with bios, when you get stuck with marketing, your marketing remarks, put it in there. You can change it. I change a lot of what it spits out, but it gets my brain going, especially when I have writer's block on things and I don't know what to say. I just start talking to it. This is how I want to come across. This is who I am. This is what I do. Claude will ask you questions. It asks a lot of questions back to me, like, how do you want this to come across? Like, is this professional? Do you want to be edgy? Are you, trying to be bitchy? What is it? What are you trying to do here, And then you come across and I tell it, and then it changes the tone. And you could go in and say, make it less formal. I want it more casual. Make it less AI sounding. Wes has messed around with it a lot. There's so
I
much
do it for photo generating. Like,
yes,
you pay for one headshot session. Most photographers, Lindsay's very affordable, $150 or $175. I pay for mine at $300, and I just ask chat to put me in a different outfit, so they don't look like they came from the same session all the time.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and I'm like, chat, put me in a different outfit.
How do they dress you? Do they dress you all right?
Sometimes they come out pretty crazy, but yeah, Anthony goes out of control. Where's the one he did the other day? If Ronnie was an obese realtor. I'm like, really? But yeah, I utilize AI more for photo generating for my brand.
I want to see that one too.
Okay, guys, so that's our branding. We'll probably do something on Google once we get a little better with Google. We need somebody to surface as the Google expert. It might be Jackie, because Jackie does know a lot about Google, but maybe it's Ronnie. Maybe Ronnie will be our Google guru, and then we'll have a complete training on that. Anything that you guys want training on, text me, tell me. I'm open for suggestions. I'm always looking for ideas, but we're trying to find things that are going to be useful for you that are gonna help in your business, because it's really not getting easier. It's getting a little harder.
What if you did an accountability course every Wednesday at
We tried
12.
that with Lofty, and it kind of like a lot of people showed up, and then it started dying out, and then it just became me, Freddie, and Mike. Remember that? It was every Tuesday
What are you
at 10
thinking
a.m.
accountability for what,
I'm
Wes?
talking about like for the start next week, next Wednesday at 12 when this ends, everybody do their Google business profile, right? And then you leave. You should need 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then the next week do the next step.
We could.
Right after the meeting, and then the next week, because the reality is, it's overwhelming to think about doing all this in one day, but you can do it in pieces, kind of like what you said, you started with Lofty, and it probably lasted for a month.
Yeah.
That's the norm, but you can do a lot in a month, right? When you start going through this, and you're only talking about 30 extra minutes.
Yep. It's
You
true.
know, it's kind of like what we've done before with like when we do like the 20 contacts in a day through
Yep.
KW, or like when we all hunker in and we do like the massive calls.
Yep.
Do that, but on just systems, because it's basically the same thing. That was the old way. The only thing you could do is make as many calls as you can, but it's like a productive hour or whatever. Come and everybody come, whatever platform they're doing, it's just this time that's dedicated to setting up your automated platform.
Yeah, and we don't have to do them forever. We just get it to the point where everybody is got them set up. But the key to it is we have to have.
And if you did it for a month, right, you can have that built, and then you start it over again for the people that didn't do it the last time. And then you start it over, we'll do it once a month, because not everybody's gonna be able to start next week. You can add these layers to each week, right? So
Right.
after the first group finishes, they can jump into the next phase.
Yeah.
People can catch up, or people can jump in.
Yep, it's a good idea.
But you have to keep it short.
Yeah, it's got to be short and sweet and in and out. Okay, guys, well, we will see you next week. Thank you so much, and
Thanks, Sarah.
Bye for now.
you're welcome. Bye for now.
Sorry we couldn't hear nobody.
I know. Romy, I don't know how to turn this off.